Karlissa, you have a pattern of lying. We know this because your mama, sister, nephew, both your sons, daughter, Chrisean, whack, your stepdaughter and employees call you a liar with receipts to back it up. You don't like Chrisean because she shows you for who you are. We see Ronnie spinning out, but you want your son away from Chrisean. You're willing to believe anything negative about her. You are a part of the people liable for Ronnie crashing out because you are fueling his delusion. After all, it aligns with what you thought you were going to get to the point where his probation is supposed to be up on December 10th, which is Monday. Ronnie went to the mall and did what he did and has been getting more unhinged. He went around a felon. You were asked to leave. He didn't. Has the charge for assault, which triggered his probation officer to issue an inquiry. Watch Ronnie flip on Karlissa in a few. Karlissa, you're on IG now because you got exposed for sending Ronnie to Tasha K. Every day you talk and drag these people, especially the ones who don't deal with you, so you are just as bad.
It's not, but
going.
I don't think either. Here's the thing. I don't think either that we can blame Chrisean Rock for any of the doings that anybody
I'm
done or
gonna,
anything.
if anybody has a pattern of doing something, I'm gonna blame them. And ever since I met him and talked to him, I'm gonna blame her because this is the
Sorry,
second
Matt,
person that
who?
you. This is Ronnie. This is the second person that you love so much that it literally destroyed them and their family. When I see a pattern, that's when I blame you because I don't have nobody. I don't even know nobody that has
But how you?
two
But
spouses that been in
yeah,
this situation.
I know that
Now
you're
remember,
going
she
through.
said
I know
somebody
you're
was
going.
bothering her. Remember, she said somebody was bothering her. She called my son during Javon's birthday party and wanted him to handle it. Like it's
I,
not that's not
I
okay.
personally, I don't know about that, right? Because I don't know
Yeah,
about that story.
y'all just getting in on it. Y'all just getting in on
But
it. But it's not. I
but
don't
I'm
want
saying, like,
nothing.
isn't
I
there?
don't want nothing but the best for her. I want the best for her away from my family and away from my son. Period. That's all I want. I don't want nothing else.
I mean, I think that's been clear, and that's fair if that's what you want. You have,
You
an
see what
option to say what
I'm
you
saying?
want.
Look at this. Blue
But
has a pattern of being a gang member. Now, so then you shouldn't want your child around him then. And that's your right. So if you don't want your child around Blue because he's a gang member, I would totally fucking understand it. Why the fuck can't you give me that same courtesy? If you feel like my son is some type of way and he's not good for your child or being around your kids, that's what you're supposed to say. That's exactly what you're supposed to say to protect your child. And that's what I'm saying also.
so you don't believe that Blueface could have done bad all by himself?
I do not when Blue was in Vegas, it was known that he was not supposed to be in Vegas. Am I right? Everybody that knows him, that's around him, knows Blues. And when you're on probation and you had all that shit going on in Vegas, you wasn't supposed to be there, right? So why would you cause a scene and get a whole case in Vegas knowing he ain't supposed to be there? That's a problem for me.
Yeah, I listen. I get the frustration, but here, Blueface created a House of Blues or whatever it was. He fell in love, I guess, with one person, particularly from the house.
He
Y'all been
wasn't
living this,
doing bad
y'all been
before
living
his time.
this
No,
whole
he had a
thing now for two
restaurant. He had
years.
2 houses. He down to one house and in jail. No mother. I don't care what nobody said, except for these trifling assholes.
It's
Is
not, but
going.
I don't think either. Here's the thing. I don't think either that we can blame Chrisean Rock for any of the doings that anybody
I'm
done or
gonna.
anything.
If anybody has a pattern of doing something, I'm gonna.
Why your restaurant closed? And why they vandalized it? That's a good question.
Mm.
Why your restaurant closed? And why they vandalized it? Well, that's the question I got. Answer it.
My shit closed because Rock beat up my mama, so she said, fuck this shit, I quit. And I ain't found nobody worthy of running it yet, so stay tuned. I might turn it into a seafood boil.
Not Mike, you
Oh,
are.
yeah, a little crab spot.
You gonna add that little seafood boy with the fried shit.
Yeah.
Why your restaurant closed? And why they vandalized it? That's a good
Have on
question.
this internet. Nobody wants their kid, and I know her mom probably don't want her around my son either. If her family loved her and had any care for her, they wouldn't want her around my son either, right? If you know two toxic people is together and they don't get along and shit goes left, why would you want your loved one to be anywhere near that? If y'all really gave a fuck about her, why would y'all want to see her with somebody that's not good for her? Because y'all don't really give a fuck about her. Would you? I wouldn't want. Would you want your relative to be around somebody that you
Okay,
know?
but here's the thing. We get that's clear that you don't want this. You never wanted this. I think that's clear, right? But
Why isn't it clear that you don't want
but
this? Why would you want this?
what I'm saying, no, I get it too. I have two boys. Listen, I want what's best for them. But what I'm saying is
But
that
then
I would tell
why
them.
can't these people understand that? Why don't they want what's best for these young people
But I
too?
don't.
Blue and Krishan is
I think here's the thing. I want what's best for them, but I understand once I tell them what I want, what's best for them, they got to ultimately choose what's best for them. I don't think we can blame either or person. I think everybody has to take
I'm
accountability at
not
different
blaming
times.
her. I'm not blaming her
And
at all.
I just want to make
I've
sure it's
never,
clear.
yeah, never would I blame her. I've never said, John, you know, I've always held him accountable. To this day, we don't speak because of it. Okay. To this day, we don't have the relationship we have because I hold him accountable. And I might not say it the right way. The way I express myself on the internet to Chrisean or about Chrisean is 10 times better than what I say to him. And she knows that. She knows how I talk to him and how I get in his ass about this. She knows that I hold him accountable for this. Because at
Okay.
the end of, but at the end of the day, when there's 5 million people trying to promote this so that they have some type of entertainment, this is still our real life.
Mm-hmm.
And if you had a daughter or a son, you would not promote this. Just
No,
like them, just
listen.
like them happy. Oh, they married. Now, why the fuck would you want two dysfunctional ass people that's reckless to be married? Why would you want to even play like that?
But what if they are going down a more righteous path?
What do you see that? Do you see that anywhere? They just struck against each other again.
Yeah,
She told the whole
and I see
she
that, but you
told
got
the
to
whole
remember,
internet they
Blue's
struck.
in jail, so he's just gonna go off of what he hears, what he thinks, you know. And this is not new for Chrisean and Blueface to go through their little arguments here. But I think when people around them start to amplify it a bit more, it makes it even harder for them to figure it out together. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was trying to say earlier. Like me as a father, I would express to my kids how I feel, what I want, but I can't intervene to a certain extent. At some point, I'm gonna give my blessing, hope for the best, and try
When
to,
a
you
relationship
know.
has gone to the point of no return, responsible adults know that and they accept that. Why would I ever give my blessing to something that I know is completely unhealthy? That's like saying, okay, I want you to smoke crack, son, but just make sure you get it from a good crack dealer.
But I don't think we're talking about
This
the same
has
thing.
gone as far as it could go because of the dysfunction that the relationship has suffered. The stuff they have done to one another, from the police to the hitting each other to hitting each other with bottles. Like, what the fuck are we saying right now? Like, this conversation is dumb.
Listen, I'm
Well,
not saying
they're gonna
any of
go
that's
down or
cool.
they're gonna go to jail right now, and then all of a sudden they're gonna go down the right path.
I
She was just saying
mean,
she
would you
wasn't
not
doing
hope?
she just said, well, I'm not gonna do no secular music, but she was secular dancing last week. Like, who do you think you're fooling right now?
Would you not hope though that they're going down the right
I
path?
hope that they go down the right path. I want nothing but the best for the child, for them to hurry up and grow out of this and co-parent and do the best they can for the child. I honestly don't even want John and Jaden together, because when a relationship has been through holy hell, pulling it together at their age and then doing something healthy is almost impossible. We all know when a relationship gets to the point when a woman's fed up, that's what it is. Jonathan needs to go on his own journey and figure out who he is and learn how to respect himself and learn how to respect the people that he's with. Period. And also learn how to make the decisions. If somebody is not feeling the way you move in, meaning they want to be more than what you want, then it's time to disassociate yourself. Because if you're not trying, if a woman wants to be in the relationship with you in a position that you're not ready for, and you keep on entertaining it, it's going to get ugly. Jonathan is not ready to settle down. He's not ready to be a one woman's man. Chrisean has a lot of emotional issues, and Jonathan is not the guy to fix that. I would tell her if he was. I would say he has that ability to help you with that. But at this point, he don't. Just like I told Jaden today. Jaden said the same thing. Like, I don't have those type of feelings for him no more. I said, good. Because y'all have gone to the point when you get to a part of a relationship where the woman don't like you no more, and she's just trying to like you so the other woman don't like you. I'm just gonna leave it alone, because it just breaks my heart that we have to even keep describing and discussing this to people with common sense.
You know, I think it's easy to say, you know, people with common sense and stuff, if we just leave it at the idea of, you know, wanting what's best for your child. But I don't think we just leave it at that. You know, I think the discussion goes far
Yes,
beyond just
she's
that.
right. I don't mean to
That's
cut you off. Yes, he
her.
has a lot of emotional issues that I never knew he had. And maybe because he was in such a position in life with Jaden where he didn't have to try to sign up to be, the man of the year or the husband of the year. Like, him and Jaden have never lied to each other about what they wanted, when they wanted it, or how they wanted it. And they've never said, oh, we're this or that, until the time that they got engaged. And we even learned that was for a hidden agenda. Like, their relationship has always been like, when we're going to grow together and there's no strings attached. And that wasn't just on his behalf, that was on her behalf, because she wasn't sure if she wanted to be with girls or guys. So they just been growing together with no titles. And young people don't need titles until they're ready to, because when you put titles on people that's not ready, you just destroy the whole relationship. Yes, it's all my fault, and I hope it's all my fault, because my job as a mother is to continually tell him, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. Don't do that. That's hot. Don't mess with that. That's not for you. That's what a parent is supposed to do. So I do apologize to a lot of y'all, because I know a lot of y'all don't have none. That's why y'all run around home wrecking and sleeping with people's husbands and doing all of this other weird shit, and then coming back giggling about it. That shit's not funny, especially not when there's kids involved. Now, if ain't no kids involved, I don't really care. Do what you do. If you want to be Hager for the year, be Hager for the year. She doesn't want them to grow together. I don't want them to do nothing else together but co-parent and get along peacefully, because they, like she said, they're both have some emotional issues that they need to work on.
So what would you truly want for Blueface when he comes out then?
I would really want for Blueface to be able to pick up all his kids and go and have his visitation and him be a dad and do his visitation just like his father had to learn how to do, and then learn how to get through his probation. Because remember, he's going to be on some type of probation. So if you're on probation, what you can't do is go tie yourself up with somebody that's might emotionally have a day that could cost you going back to jail. Why would a mother want that? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with these people, why they would want that. But look at Ronnie. He got out, he got away from her, he was able to get off probation, right? Because Blueface
Hopefully.
jumped in and filled the gap, and then he was able to go down the road and get off probation. I would like for John to be able to go down the road and at least get off probation.
But you see,
Now,
Rock doesn't pay Ronnie no mind from what we see, but Ronnie's still there crashing out doing what he does. So I don't even see how
I don't know if that's a
those two
crash
can
out. If he,
coincide.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know him. And again, that's why I did not want to sit and talk to him, because it's hard for me to judge somebody I don't know. And I mean, we could go through all this, and he could get a test and feel some type of way, and he might just go down the road and he might apologize. Who knows?
Yeah.
That man is still on probation, ma'am. Oh, well, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Ronnie's still on probation, and he his probation officer just put in a summons for his violation or potential violation towards his probation. So he was doing good. I think he was supposed to be done probation, his 3-year probation, I think this month, if I'm correct. But allegedly,
Wait,
according
so
to
I
some of
thought
the
he got on
incidents,
probation in 2019. This is so he's been on probation for 5 years?
no, I think he was on I don't know, a 3-year probation. I normally get my legal from this paralegal, but I think it was a 3-year probation. But either way, he's his probation officer put in a summons for a court order or something for him to talk about a possible probation violation. Now we don't know the details yet about the violation, but some people are assuming it's from the mall incident because the citation that he got from there or the peace order he got from that was for abuse or something like that. So it may have been a violation, and or some people are saying he may have gotten a violation for leaving, I think, the state and going to the Tasha K interview. I don't know. There's a couple of rumors out there, but we have to wait until the documents are available to actually know why.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's sad for him. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody. I've always said I don't want to see any circus member in any way, shape, or form get hurt or any internet shit's internet
Who the
stuff.
hell you calling a circus member?
Every time I say circus, somebody says something. But you guys are the ones who told us it's a circus, so don't blame us when we refer to it as the circus members.
He
But
said,
yeah,
yep, he messed up days before his probation. That really sucks. But I mean, if somebody messes up before their probation, they don't need to be off probation. And that goes for my
yeah,
son too. Everybody needs to, because the probation gonna keep you from moving crazy. So
yeah.
y'all have on this internet. Nobody wants their kid, and I know her mom probably don't want her around my son either. If her family loved her and had any care for her, they wouldn't want her around my son either, right? If you know two toxic people is together and they don't get along and shit goes left, why would you want your loved one to be anywhere near that? If y'all really gave a fuck about her, why would y'all want to see her with somebody that's not good for her? Because y'all don't really give a fuck about her. Would you want your relative to be around somebody that you
Okay,
know?
but here's the thing: we get that's clear that you don't want this, you never wanted this. I think that's clear, right? But
Why isn't it clear that you don't want
but
this? Why would you want this?
what I'm saying, no, I get it too. I have 2 boys. Listen, I want what's best for them. But what I'm saying is
But
that
then
I would tell
why
them.